And I will turn things over to Robin, who is our Master of Ceremonies tonight.
Hey, thank you very much, Dwayne. So welcome everybody to True North by Dwayne Yancey, copyright 2017, all rights reserved. I'm going to be reading the stage directions, but first I'm going to introduce the cast, and I'm going to introduce you by your first name. And I'd like you just to speak up and say where you're from. So I'm going to start with Ella. Where are you from, Ella?
I'm from the Hamilton area.
Excellent. So Ella is playing Aurora, a teenage girl in rural Manitoba. A tomboy, she likes to play hockey and is a huge fan of the Winnipeg Jets. Next, I'm going to introduce Sean. Sean, where are you from, Sean?
Hello, I'm from Kitchener.
Excellent. Sean is playing Gordo, a neighbor boy who has an unrequited crush on Aurora. He also likes to play hockey. Next, I'm going to introduce Arlene. And Arlene, where are you from?
I am from Kitchener, Ontario.
Excellent. And Arlene is playing the Canadian translator who explains things for American audiences. Next, I introduce Emily. Where are you from, Emily?
Hi, I live in Hamilton.
In Hamilton. So Emily is playing Ursula, who's the leader of 3 Arctic mermaids. Next, I'm going to introduce Samantha. And where are you from, Samantha?
Hi, right now I'm in Beamsville, Ontario.
Oh, beautiful, yes, nice. Samantha's playing Ursula, another Arctic mermaid, enthusiastic, but often confused. Next, I'm going to introduce Sundance. Sundance, where are you from?
Hi, I'm from Toronto.
Excellent. And Sundance is playing Ursula, another Arctic mermaid, highly skeptical and pessimistic. And finally, last but not least, I'm going to introduce Mason. And everybody knows Mason. Where are you from, Mason?
Hamilton.
Hamilton. And Mason is playing the North Star, the star who has abandoned his post in the sky, effervescent and highly annoying.
I'm really good at that.
So welcome everybody, welcome to the audience, and we'll start. So scene 1, a backyard in rural Manitoba in winter. A teenage girl, Aurora, is decked out in hockey gear, practicing on a patch of ice. She specifically should be wearing a jersey for the Winnipeg Jets, the NHL team. The ice, of course, can be imagined or suggested, but hey, if you're up for flooding the stage and freezing it over, that would be fun too. Aurora stops her practice and speaks to the audience. She's a tough girl who doesn't take any nonsense from anyone.
My name is Aurora. I live in Manitoba. If you're an American, you probably don't even know where that is. Come to think of it, if you're Canadian, you might not know where that is either. We're kind of somewhere out in the middle.
The Canadian translator enters. She, or he, is dressed as a stereotypical Canadian. Her, or his, job is to translate for non-Canadian audiences, especially Americans.
Halfway between Vancouver and Toronto, between the wheat fields and the great north woods, between the prairie wind and the seasons in the sun, between the hopes of Louis Riel and the fears of everyone else who didn't understand what the Red River Rebellion was about. Sorry. Canadian translator for American audiences. Sorry.
Canadian translator exits.
If you're an American, we're just up north of the border. You probably don't care where. We don't even have a weather system named after us. Alberta gets to have all the fun. But I'm just a teenage girl from rural Canada, so I don't really pay attention to that kind of thing. I just want to do what every teenage girl in Canada wants to do. At least the ones I know. I just want to play hockey.
Gordo, a teenage boy, skates through. He's a sweet kid and has a huge crush on Aurora that is so far unrequited.
Hey, Aurora, how's it going?
That's Gordo. He lives on the next farm over.
Hey, want to practice some hockey?
He says he has to come over here all the time to skate. I don't know why. It's not like he couldn't freeze his own backyard.
I've got a new stick. Want to try it out?
Boys are strange. I've got my own stick, thanks.
Oh, if you want to borrow it, I bet you. I mean, if you wanted to, that is. You don't have to, of course. I just thought maybe you'd want to. I had to special order it. I could tell you how to get one of your own if you wanted one just like it. That way we'd have like matching sticks. Pretty neat, eh? You know, you and me, neighbors and all that. All that.
I used to not pay any attention to boys.
You know, we make a pretty good team, if you know what I'm saying.
Now I guess I do.
Kind of like Phil Esposito and Bobby Orr.
You know what I like to do with them?
Or Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier. Yeah, you could be Gretzky if you want.
Kind of like getting physical with them.
Henry Richard and Maurice Richard. Even had the same last name, probably because they were brothers. You and I aren't brothers, but we could be. You know, maybe. Something else.
Aurora body checks Gordo hard. He careens across the ice.
Boom! Body check right up against the glass.
Gordo is sprawled on the ice.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take a little breather.
You do that.
Gordo starts spitting out some teeth, 3 in all.
Oh, sorry about your teeth, Gordo.
It's all right. I mean, they weren't my real ones anyway.
Youth hockey around here is very competitive.
3 this time. A hat trick.
Gordo smiles. He's got 3 teeth missing.
You know what they say, speak softly and carry a big stick. Or maybe they don't say that. Maybe they just say,
Canadian
somebody.
translator enters.
Hit somebody.
Translator exits.
that too.
I'll be back tomorrow if you'll be around. Might have to go to the dentist first.
You know, I could show you how to freeze water in your own backyard.
Would you really? You could come over, like maybe after school.
You take a hose and you turn it on. Nature does the rest.
You want to see if I do it right? I mean, I don't mind taking advice. I'm a really good listener. Oh, wait. There's one more.
Gordo spits out another tooth.
4. That's a new record. I don't know if this is my record or your new record. I like to think of it as, our record.
Gordo exits, still not deterred from his romantic quest. If anything, he has an even bigger crush on Aurora.
Anyway, this is the story of how I saved the world.
Canadian translator enters.
Ever noticed how in all the superhero movies, the superhero is never from Canada? I mean, what if Superman had come down in Saskatchewan instead of Kansas? Or what if Batman was from Montreal instead of Gotham City? Parce que je suis Batman. Captain America is all over the place, but how come there hasn't been a Captain Canuck movie yet? Tell me that. Hollywood has superheroes from every made-up place you can make up. I'm looking at you, Thor. But Canada isn't a made-up place, and how many superheroes are from here? Can you tell me that? Wolverine is supposed to be from Canada, but you don't see him running around with a maple leaf on his chest. Why not, eh? Instead, all we know is he has these scary claws.
Aurora body checks the translator.
This is my story. Let me tell it.
Sorry.
So, it all started one winter evening. I was out in my backyard skating. Had the fire pit going, the Tragically Hip blasting from the boombox.
The Tragically Hip. Big Canadian band. Legends in Canada. Never made it south of the border. Tragic story on many levels.
Aurora shoots a look at the translator.
I'll be at Timmy's if you need me.
Canadian translator exits.
Anyway, I think it was playing The Lonely End of the Rink.
Gordo enters. Perhaps he's home in his room. He's not really interacting with Aurora here.
Lonely end of the rink.
Gordo exits.
One of those hockey songs. Anyway, all of a sudden, the strangest thing happened. I said, the strangest thing happened. Amateurs.
Aurora pounds her stick on the ice.
I said the strangest thing happened.
Now something happens. 3 Arctic mermaids pop up out of the hole in the ice. Ideally, you should have an opening in the stage that permits this. Otherwise, well, your set designer will have a lot of fun figuring out how to create this effect. They stay partially submerged, but we need to see enough to understand they're mermaids. Perhaps they pull themselves out of the water and sit on the ice so we can see their tails. Ursula is the leader. Ursula is the complainer. Ursula is very confused, but energetic. They are also blue.
There. That wasn't very hard, now was it?
Speak for yourself.
I told you we just needed to hold our breath a little while longer and we'd come up at the right spot.
Oh, we've come up at a spot all right.
Whoa, so where are we?
He can't be far away now. The ice wasn't thick enough.
I'm not sure all of that was ice.
I don't think we're in Hudson's Bay anymore.
Of course we're not in Hudson's Bay anymore. We haven't been in Hudson's Bay for a long time.
Is this Lake Winnipeg?
No, it's not Lake Winnipeg. Lake Winnipeg is a lot bigger.
Because I hear they go ice fishing on Lake Winnipeg, and I don't want anybody fishing me.
If you don't want to be fished, then don't bite on any hooks.
But how do I know if they're hooks? What if they're disguised or something with worms?
Then don't bite on anything.
I don't even like worms.
Okay, so everybody listen up.
Or what if I get hungry? I mean, it was a long trip.
Focus, Ursula, focus!
Most mermaids just get to sit on the rocks and sun themselves all day, but no, we have to go off on some wild goose chase.
He's not a goose.
But he's definitely gone wild, and we are
Are you
very...
paying attention?
I'm just asking a question.
I don't see him. Are you sure this is where he is?
Well, it's close.
Close? We come all this way and we're still just close?
Well, we have to look for him.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Is this Florida?
No, it's not anywhere close to Florida.
Because I'm warm. I think I'm going to take something off.
You're not taking anything off. Tell her she can't take anything off.
I'm trying to tell you what to do.
I know what we do. We find him, and then we catch him, and then we drown him.
You can't drown him.
Sure I can. We just hold him under the water for a little while. That's what drowning is.
If you drown him, they'll go out. Like, for good. We don't want that.
All right, so what do we do then? Please don't tell me we crawl out of here and flop around on the ground like seals, because that doesn't sound very ladylike.
Ha! You're not very ladylike anyway.
Well, half lady.
We don't flop around like seals.
Or walruses. Don't want to flop around like walruses either.
We're not flopping around like walruses.
Or a narwhal.
Not like a narwhal either.
Well, what about...
Do you have to go through every aquatic animal in the bestiary? My God!
Well, just the Arctic ones.
I'm pretty sure we don't flop around like anything.
Oh, so how do we catch him then? I mean, it's not like we can put on our hiking boots and go walking after him.
Aurora approaches.
No, but she can.
Or heels. I've always wanted to wear heels.
Excuse me?
I was just saying, I wish, had some feet. Oh, whoa, a human.
It's all right. It's all right.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
No, trust me. It's a great idea.
A vicious one, too. With a club.
It's not a club, it's a stick.
I don't think this is a good idea.
Okay, you're right. It's not a good idea.
See, I told you.
It's our only idea.
It's a hockey stick.
Well, please don't stick it to us. Hey, That's kind of funny.
I don't think it's funny.
So, how did you.
You didn't say anything about running into humans.
Well, I was kind of focused on the task at hand.
At least it's not a task at foot, because we don't have any.
What are we supposed to do now?
And where did you.
Are we supposed to enchant her somehow? Maybe sing a song or something and lure unsuspecting mariners onto the rocks? Or am I confusing that with sirens? I'm sorry, we don't run into too many people up in the Arctic.
They think we're just myths and legends and rumors.
I'm the legend. She's the myth, and she's the rumor.
Ha! That's not me. I'm the legend.
Everybody just calm down. I got this.
And she's got the club.
It's a stick. She said it's a stick.
It's a stick, see?
Don't hit us with it.
Excuse me, but we're lost.
We're not lost.
You might not be, but I am.
Oh, we are lost, all right.
Who are you?
My apologies. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ursula, and this is Wursula, and that's Ursula.
Myth, legend, rumor.
We're mermaids.
Arctic mermaids, actually.
That's why we're so blue.
We really shouldn't be here. You see, we took a wrong turn somewhere, and
We didn't take a wrong turn.
we took a wrong turn when we started listening to you.
This doesn't look like the Arctic Ocean, and I'd call that a wrong turn.
It's my backyard, and I hate to tell you, but you really messed up the blue line there.
Wait, we're inland?
I spent a lot of time working on that.
So how did we get it?
We held our breath when we got to Churchill, and, well, never mind the details. It's all water over the dam now, isn't it?
More like water under the dam and a bunch of other places.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to make a blue line?
And she's not a polar bear. Now is she?
I don't know. What does her sweater say?
Jets. Winnipeg Jets.
See? Not a polar bear.
It's a hockey team.
I bet I know why there aren't any polar bears here.
She never said there weren't any polar bears here. She just said she wasn't one.
You got a stick. Smack. Right in the kisser.
I'm pretty sure that's how you deal with polar bears.
Maybe not you, but I bet she does.
Technically that would be high sticking. That's a penalty.
Pardon my colleagues. And they're a little distracted by being so far inland.
Just how far inland are we anyway, if you don't mind my asking?
Don't ask her that. It makes it look like we don't know what we're doing.
But we don't know what we're doing.
I know that, but she doesn't need to know that, right?
I don't think you know what you're doing.
All right. She does now.
Canadian translator enters.
Ursula shoots an icy glare, which is hard to do because this is Canada, so everything is rather icy and
Aurora and the mermaid shoot an icy glare at the translator.
sorry.
Aurora raises her hockey stick.
That's a penalty, you know. Penalty box for you.
Aurora body checks the Canadian translator.
This isn't a hockey game.
Canadian translator goes sprawling.
Injury timeout.
Canadian translator exits.
You were saying?
So my colleagues and I have a small favor to ask.
More of a large favor, actually.
Sort of a save the world favor if you really want to know the
see,
truth.
We're looking for someone.
Well, more of a something, actually.
Sort of a someone something.
You see, we're looking for Polaris.
More formally known as Alpha Ursa Minoris.
Or more formal still, as HR 424, the International Astronomical Union Star Chart.
That's in the Little Dipper, at the very end of the handle.
Or the tip of the tail of the Ursa Minor, the little bear.
Wait, a bear? Are you saying there might be a polar bear in the sky?
Or, as most people call him, the North Star.
Oh, the North Star? That's right over. Or maybe it's. Wait, I'm all turned around.
You see, that's the problem.
Usually it's right over there.
Usually.
That's not making any sense. Usually you just find the Big Dipper and it points right to it.
Like I said, usually.
But why can't I?
The North Star is gone.
Run away, actually.
Falling from the sky.
He didn't fall. He just ran away.
Well, he had to get down somehow.
But you make it sound more like an accident. It wasn't an accident.
I'm just saying, there's no ladder, so even if he jumped, he must have fallen at least part of the way.
Doesn't matter how he got down. All that matters is that he's not there now.
He abandoned his post. He's gone AWOL. He's deserted the sky.
And now everything is about to go topsy-turvy.
That's because the Earth spins on its axis, and the axis points to the North Star.
So, if the North Star isn't there as a guiding light,
Probably more like...
no. It's more like...
Well, possibly more like...
Will you two stop it? We don't have any time to waste. We've got to find him, and we've got him back in the sky.
Well, don't let me stop you. Have a good time.
Aurora, you better not be starting to skate away. Wait, come back!
Leaving. Why is she leaving?
I can see she's leaving.
Well, do something.
I'm trying.
she has feet. That's why she's leaving.
She's leaving because she's human, and humans never understand anything.
Still, having feet probably helps.
Excuse me? Girl, I'm sorry. I don't know your name.
Aurora.
Aurora?
That's a pretty name. Isn't that a pretty name?
It's an okay name, I guess.
Aurora, like the Borealis.
Yeah, it's dumb, I know.
It's not dumb. It's beautiful.
I mean, it's not like Ursula, Wursula, or Versula, but I suppose it'll do. I mean,
It's what happens when you have parents with no imagination. They just look out the window and say, oh, what should her name be? I don't know. How about we name her after those strange lights in the sky? Sure, I guess that'll do then.
Aurora, a true child of the North you are.
I don't think some hippie name makes her a true child of the
So if they gave her a regular name, that wouldn't make her a child of the North? That's kind of arbitrary.
I'm just glad they didn't look out the window and see the parking garage at the hospital. Or I might have been named something really dumb, like level 4 or something.
Are you sure they looked out the window and saw the Aurora after you were born and not, say, 9 months before? What?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
I'm just saying.
You're saying too much.
It's a sign, eh? A sign that she's the chosen one.
I thought she was the chosen one because we came to the surface in her backyard hockey rink.
Well, maybe we came to the surface in her backyard hockey rink because... Wait, how'd you do this anyway?
Beats me.
So, Aurora, May we call you Aurora?
Not sure why not. It's my name.
So you see, here's the problem.
The problem is we're mermaids and we have no feet.
I don't think that's the main problem.
Well, that depends on how you think about it. Now, doesn't it?
The problem is that we think the North Star may have come this way.
This way? What do you mean?
We mean he's traveling by land.
The North Star has feet, but we don't. How unfair is that?
I think it's those little pointy things he walks on.
Well, they're kind of like feet.
We pursued him as far as we could
Under the Arctic Ocean.
through the Beaufort Sea,
All around Ellesmere Island.
across Baffin Island.
Pretty much all through the Northwest Passage.
Enter Canadian translator.
Which, by the way, the government of Canada asserts total sovereignty over, even though a certain country to the south that I won't name claims that they are really international waters, or will be once climate change melts the ice and turns everything up there to water. In fact, Canada no longer refers to the waters through the Canadian Arctic archipelago as the Northwest Passage, but rather Canadian internal waters. We Canadians are a peace-loving people, but call those waters by the wrong name and you've picked yourself a fight. So there.
Aurora, Ursula, and Ursula salute the Canadian translator, who exits.
Sorry, pretty much all through Canadian internal waters.
So yeah, all that, then through Hudson's Bay, and then, well, here we are.
This is kind of a long way from Hudson's Bay.
Tell me about it.
As in hundreds of kilometers.
Enter Canadian translator.
Canada went metric in 1970. The United States is the only major country that's not on the metric system. You're kind of backwards that way.
You know, you're kind of annoying.
Sorry, just trying to do my job. Sorry.
And exit Canadian translator.
So, you see, we've run out of water.
Which is kind of a problem if you're mermaids and you don't have any feet.
So, can you help us?
Help you how?
We need someone to take up the chase.
Because we think he might be somewhere around here.
Please?
The fate of the whole world depends on it.
Wait, so you want me to drop what I'm doing and go chase some star that's come down to Earth?
Not just any star, the North Star.
Or Polaris. Sometimes he goes by Polaris.
You're the only hope we've got.
Well, there's that boy over at the next farm.
Ursula nudges Ursula.
You're the only hope we've got.
You mean Gordo?
The last best hope of mankind is a 15-year-old Canadian girl with a club.
Told you, it's a stick, not a club.
I think the point is we're at the end of our road.
And we don't even travel by road.
So what happens if I don't help you?
Oh, well, that's easy.
Sailors sail off, of course.
Compasses go haywire, people get lost.
Santa Claus won't be able to get home, which means you might have a Christmas this year, but not next year.
GPS devices just start going, recalculating, 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 but they never do.
The whole world spins off its axis.
Sounds bad.
Oh, very bad.
The worst kind of bad.
Worse than worst.
I think I already said that.
So, what do you say?
I don't know. Doesn't really sound like my thing.
Your thing?
What kind of thing is your thing?
I mean, saving the world isn't really our thing either. I mean, we're just content to go swimming in the Arctic until this happened. Talk to seals, wave at the occasional polar bear floating by in an ice floe. Tell long, sad stories about Arctic explorers who got lost and froze to death on the ice. Those are my favorite.
Are you finished?
Sorry.
So, anyway, we're like the ancient guardians of the Arctic.
You know how the Irish say, top of the morning to ya? Well, we say, top of the world.
So, finding the North Star is kind of our duty, you see?
Yours, maybe. Not mine.
I think she's turning you down. I told you this was a bad idea.
Actually, you think everything is a bad idea.
Oh,
Actually, the whole thing sounds like a bad idea to me.
So you're just gonna let the world spin out of control while you stay here and skate around on the ice?
I'm sure you'll be able to find someone more qualified.
like who?
Just keep heading south. Americans like to go off and save the world. It's kind of their thing. Well, unless they don't blow it up first.
Canadian translator enters, pauses.
Right. Yeah, I guess that doesn't need any translation. Carry on.
Canadian translator exits.
You could always call the mounted police if you wanted.
That's true, we could, you know.
Yeah, if we had a phone.
Hadn't thought about that.
That's because you don't think about a lot of things.
Girls, please.
If you don't mind, I want to practice my slap shot, and I kind of need to freeze over the part where you just busted through.
Maybe we should go. I told you this was a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. We just need to convince her.
We've tried that and look where it's got us.
So what are we going to do? It's not like I see a lot of other people out here.
There's always that kid over at the next farm.
Besides, I don't believe you. I'm supposed to just believe 3 mermaids that pop up in my backyard hockey rink on the Canadian prairies? As if that's even believable anyways.
So, you don't even think we exist?
I didn't say that. But this whole thing about the North Star running away? Nah, I don't believe that.
So, well, what would persuade you?
The North Star skates through the scene, perhaps doing some showboating skating tricks. All stare in amazement. The North Star is obnoxiously irrepressible, or irrepressibly obnoxious.
Oh, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. Woo!
North Star knocks Aurora off her feet and exits. The mermaids and Aurora look at each other, then back toward where the North Star had exited.
Hey, get off my ice, buddy.
So, do you believe us now?
You come back here right this minute. You can't just come skating through my ice like that.
Aurora exit in pursuit.
That was well timed.
So, what do you think, girls?
Well, they do say the Mounties always get their man.
She's not a Mountie.
And I suppose technically he's not a man.
Gordo enters.
Oh. Hey.
Uh-oh, here's another one.
Hello there. May we help you?
Is Aurora around?
She went that way.
Oh, any idea when she'll be back? I wanted to show her my new hockey skates. They just came in the mail.
Hard to say. It depends on whether or not she catches them, I suppose.
She's off chasing some guy, you could say.
Oh.
He's actually kind of charming in a roguish kind of way.
Oh.
And she did seem very passionate about her pursuit, I must say.
Oh.
Smack. I bet she gets him right in the kisser.
Oh.
To be honest, I didn't think she was interested at all. But once she saw you, she could just see her eyes light up.
Oh.
He definitely got her attention. That's for sure.
Oh.
I think she's in for the long haul. Just a feeling I have about them.
Oh.
You know, you might even say she's Starstruck.
I guess I'll be going then.
Dejected, Gordo leaves.
Is there a message we should leave?
No bother.
Gordo exits.
Huh. Wonder what his problem is.
You know, I bet his feet hurt.
Why do you say that?
Because he just threw his new hockey skates against that tree.
So, I guess we're done here, eh? So can we get back to the Arctic now?
Of course not. We have to wait around to take Polaris back once she catches him.
Oh, she's going to catch him, all right. I can just feel it. From the top of my head down to the tip of my fins.
But until then, you know what we can do.
What's that?
Go swimming!
Yeah.
Ursula and Ursula disappear underwater. Scene 2. Somewhere out in the Manitoba countryside, the North Star is laying on the ground, making snow angels.
Woo!
Aurora enters. She's not pleased.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm making snow angels! Woo!
I can see you're making snow angels.
Well, don't just stand there. You can join me if you want.
I'm not joining you.
Suit yourself then. I'll just have all the fun by myself.
You know they're looking for you, right?
People have been looking for me for centuries. Oh, there's the North Star. Oh, he'll tell us where we are. He'll tell us where to go. We thought we were lost, but we can count on him to set us straight. Well, you know what? I'm tired of it. They can all look all they want, but I'm tired of being looked at. Too much stress. There are plenty of other stars in the sky. I don't know why I'm supposed to be such a big deal.
I mean, those mermaids who popped up in my backyard.
Oh, them. They're the worst. Duty, responsibility. That's all they ever talk about. They just yammer on like a bunch of trained seals. Or worse, untrained seals. You've heard of Nanook the North? They're like the nags of the North.
They're in my backyard.
Honey, they've been in my backyard for thousands of years. I take one little holiday and all they do is go berserk.
A holiday. So you're going back then? Back to, well, up there somewhere?
Very end of the handle of the Little Dipper. Or the tail of the little bear. Either way, kind of insulting, don't you think? I'm either part of a kitchen utensil or the butt of a bear. It's embarrassing. A star of my importance should have a better consolation, don't you think?
You didn't answer my question. Are you going back?
Does the sun rise in the east and set in the west?
So is that a yes?
No, just a rhetorical question. At the North Pole, sometimes the sun never sets and sometimes it never rises.
Well, you can just go on back there then and have a look.
No way. The whole North Pole thing messes with your mind. Sometimes I don't know which end is up because at the North Pole, you're already up, so everything else is down. It's confusing. Other stars get to rise and set, but do I get any time off? No. I'm supposed to be there every single night, no matter what. There ought to be a law against that.
I'm pretty sure all the other stars are still around, even when they're not in the sky.
That's what they want you to think. So, you don't want to make a snow angel with me? Or?
No, I don't want to make snow angels with you. I want you to leave.
So fussy.
North Star keeps making snow angels. Aurora stands and stares disapprovingly.
Are you going to just stand there and stare at me?
Yes.
Do you mind? It's rather distracting.
It's distracting when some mermaids break through my ice.
Well, why don't you go deal with them and leave me be?
Because they're not going to leave until you do.
Oh, I'll leave at some point, I'm sure.
And when exactly will that be?
I don't know. What do I look like to you, a clock?
No, you look like a fool.
Well, that's just a matter of opinion now, isn't it? Say, want to build a snowman?
No, I don't want to build a snowman.
Because I bet a snowman wouldn't badger me as much as you are.
I'll stop badgering you if you get up off your lazy...
Language?
I know it's language. Do you want it in English or French?
I think I'll build a snowman. How do I begin?
I'm not going to help you build a snowman.
You know what? You're not very nice.
I'm not the one who abandoned my post.
Oh, you poor child. You sound like those mermaids. They filled your head with full of crazy notions.
Well, it's true. Isn't it?
Wow! Of course it's true. So how does this work? Do I start with the head and work my way down, or?
You don't start with the head.
But it's not like I was going to be the North Star forever. The Earth's axis wobbles all around. Right now, it's been pointing at me. In 25,000 years or so, it'll be pointing at some other star. It's all pretty random, if you ask me.
I didn't know that.
See, you don't know a lot of things. So what's the problem if I cut out a little early?
25,000 years is not early.
That's all a matter of perspective now, isn't it?
But it's your job.
Correction was my job. I have given notice. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't really give notice at all. I just left. Oh well, not like I ever asked for the job or anything. No, they just pointed at me and said, "Oh, you're it." Me? Well, what did I do? It's like some big celestial game of spin the bottle. Have you ever played spin the bottle?
What kind of question is that?
Just wondered, I don't think starting with the head is the way to go. I don't
Look,
know.
if I tell you how to build a snowman, will you go back?
Ah, so we're bargaining now, are we? A sign of weakness.
It's not a sign of weakness.
A little while ago, you were demanding I go back, and now you're offering inducements.
I'm not offering inducements. I'm just trying to get you to go back so those mermaids will go home and I can patch up my ice and go back to playing hockey.
For a moment there, I was thinking about giving in, but now that you're offering inducements, I should hold out for more.
I'm not offering inducements.
Just kidding. I wasn't really thinking about giving in, but I am serious about the holding out part. What else do you have to offer? Because, I could probably figure this snowman thing out on my own.
I don't know. What do you want?
We could play spin the bottle.
Aurora smacks the North Star.
I am not playing spin the bottle.
Oh, ow! Now I'm the one who's seeing stars.
Good. And I better see you back up in the sky.
Just curious, what position do you play in your hockey team?
Officially, I'm a winger, but unofficially, I'm the goon. Why?
I think I need to lay down for a bit.
North Star lays down. Aurora exits. Scene 3. Aurora is back in her backyard ice rink. The mermaids are nowhere to be seen. Aurora looks around.
Ursula? Hello, where'd you go? Anybody here? Hello?
Finally, Aurora gets an idea. She takes her hockey stick and pounds it on the ice. Ursula sticks her head up out of a hole in the ice.
Sorry, we're busy.
Ursula disappears under the ice.
Busy? What do you mean busy?
Ursula appears again.
Sorry, we're watching the news.
Ursula disappears again.
The news. Who watches the news?
Canadian translator enters.
Good evening and welcome to the CBC.
Canadian translator gestures to Ursula, who appears out of the ice, acting as a CBC anchor. She's very calm.
Tonight, we are following an unusual story from the world of science, the mysterious disappearance of the North Star.
Meanwhile, on American television,
Ursula appears out of the ice.
Oh my God, we're all going to die and it's all Trump's fault.
Scientists have yet to come up with a plausible explanation for the North Star's sudden disappearance, but warn that its continued absence could lead to long-term complications for navigation around the world.
You know, science is all fake anyway. Everything is fake, 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 fake. You know, the Kennedy assassination was fake. The moon landings were fake. Elvis was definitely fake. But Bigfoot and Roswell, totally real.
We'll be monitoring this story as it develops and will update you as events warrant. Meanwhile, in hockey news, there was...
Coming up, reality TV around the clock, vapid celebrities 24/7. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be entertained so that we can give them soda pop and pyramid schemes. Because that's how the West was won.
Ursula and Ursula disappear back into the water.
sorry.
Canadian translator exits.
Hey, come back here.
Aurora bangs her hockey stick on the ice.
I know you're down there.
Ursula appears out of the ice.
Hey, do you mind holding it down? We're trying to. Oh, it's you.
Yeah, it's me.
I'll be right back.
Ursula disappears under the ice.
You better be.
Ursula and Ursula appear out of the ice.
You're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So did you catch him?
I don't think she caught him.
You're always such a pessimist. Why do you say she didn't catch him?
Because if she caught him, she'd have him with her right now.
Oh, right. Unless she built a snow fort and locked him up in it.
I don't think a snow fort would hold him.
Well, it was just an idea.
Will you be quiet?
Oh, sorry.
Mum's the word.
Mom? Is Mom here?
It means shh.
Oh, right.
Sorry. They're a little excitable.
No, I didn't catch him.
Told you.
So? What happened? Did you find him at least?
Oh, I found him all right. He's about a half a click that way, making snow angels.
Aw, snow angels.
Hey.
I mean, ew, snow angels. Terrible idea. Bad.
So, what did he say? Did you talk to him?
Oh, I talked to him all right.
And?
He said he's tired of being the North Star and that he's tired of people looking at him all the time. That it's too much stress and that he never asked for the job anyway and he ought to have a better constellation.
Is that all?
That you're all a bunch of nags.
Oh.
Well, that part's true. Sorry.
Guilty as charged.
Part of the job description, actually. So.
You know, we're supposed to keep everything in the Arctic in running order.
Oh, it's running, all right. Running away from us.
So, anything else?
He asked me to play Spin the Bottle.
Spin the bottle?
Oh, ooh. So what did you say?
So did you? Did you? Huh? Did you?
Of course not.
Why not?
So what did you do?
I smacked him in the face.
Oh.
Wait, a smack? Or a smack?
I'm pretty sure she means a smack. You do mean a smack, don't you?
Of course I mean a smack. What do you think I mean?
Oh, never mind. Don't pay any attention to us.
Well, guess we can be going then. She's tried and failed. I knew this was a bad idea from the start.
Wait!
What? Don't tell me you're gonna make us stay and try some other harebrained scheme.
I'm with her. It's a bad idea.
When you say harebrained, do you mean hair like hair or hair like hair?
What?
Because if it's the latter, then that's really insulting to rabbits.
We didn't come all this way to turn back now, did we?
Well, actually, I did, yes.
What, you're asking me?
I mean, we've got to turn around sometime, right?
The answer is no. We didn't come all this way to back around now.
Right.
Wrong.
Ursula elbows Wursula.
Oh, fine, whatever.
We need a plan B.
Right. A plan B.
I thought she was our plan B.
You know, I think she's more of a plan C or a D, actually.
We need to think about this more logically.
Right. Logically.
We need to think about this more creatively.
Right. Creatively.
We need to think about this harder.
Right. Harder.
Will you just hurry up and say what the goddamn plan is?
I think it means we're going to put a spell on him. You know, like mermaids luring sailors to their death. That kind of thing.
We could have done that back in Hudson Bay.
Oh, poor Captain Hudson. Set adrift by his own men. But at least he got a body of water after him. I suppose that's some consolation.
Ah, that's it. We could mutiny.
Ursula shoots Wursula a look.
No, we won't mutiny. Forget I ever said that. Besides, it's hard to set a mermaid adrift. That only works with sailors, you know.
So what's the plan?
The plan is.
Yes?
No?
The plan is. We ask her to try again.
Me? Why do I always have to do all the work?
Because you have feet?
We did pop up in your backyard.
Exactly.
And he did skate across your ice without permission.
Oh yeah, that's right, he did. But you made him do it when you showed up here. This is all your fault. If you hadn't chased him here, he probably wouldn't have come here in the first place. Then my hockey rink wouldn't have been ruined.
That's a usual sense of cause and effect, don't you think?
So will you help us? Maybe come back tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe then we'll actually have a real plan.
I've got school tomorrow.
After school? You mean like a school of fish? Maybe. She is a mermaid in training. Doesn't she look like a mermaid in training?
She looks like she's gonna beat you with that stick. That's what she looks like, yeah.
I've got to go, but I will be back tomorrow.
See? She's coming back tomorrow.
With a hose.
Oh, that's okay. We're not thirsty.
I mean, I'm going to freeze over all this again.
Aurora exits.
Does that mean she's gonna help us?
I don't think she likes us very much.
She doesn't seem to grasp the urgency of the situation. That's for sure.
Maybe she just needs some time to think things through.
Or a smack upside the head.
Gordo enters. He's sad and carrying something.
Oh, look who's back.
Yeah.
May we help you?
You can give these to Aurora.
Oh, is that a present?
I'm just returning some stuff she loaned me.
Ursula takes the package. It contains some videos.
Stanley Cup highlights 1950 to 1959. Stanley Cup highlights 1960 to 1969. Stanley Cup highlights 1970, 1979. I'm sensing a trend here.
You just missed her. Or you could have given them to her yourself.
Yeah, she's just been off playing spin the bottle with someone she just met.
Gordo throws down the package and exits.
What's with him?
Humans are so emotional.
Unpredictable.
Unreliable, even.
Yet, right now, the future of the world depends on all of them.
All because we don't have any feet.
Oh, well, when the going gets tough, you know what they say.
No, what do they say?
Time to go swimming!
Ursula disappears under the ice.
Is that really what they say?
Who cares?
You're right.
Ursula and Ursula disappear under the ice. Scene 4. Canadian translator enters, still dressed as a stereotypical Canadian.
You know why I'm dressed like this? It's because the playwright is an American. What does he know about Canada? What does any American know about Canada? They barely even know we exist. And when they do, all they usually think about is some stereotype of what we're supposed to be like. In fact, there it is, right there in the stage directions. I'm supposed to dress up as a stereotypical Canadian. So typical! That would be like some Canadian playwright saying someone should dress up as a stereotypical American. What would that be? A cowboy hat? Maybe a six-shooter? As if everyone in the United States walks around armed and dangerous? Wait, never mind, forget I said that. So while we're waiting for the scene change, let me tell you a little bit about Canada. So what makes Canada great? Well, let's count the ways. Our life expectancy is longer than yours. Maybe because we have universal health care, eh? So if you get sick, you won't wind up bankrupt. Oh, and get this, the gap is getting bigger. We have a lower suicide rate and a lower rate of infant mortality. Oh, and new parents get 50 weeks of leave and not 12 like you in the United States. Our schools are better. We can prove it too. Our test scores are higher, and poor kids are more likely to go to university here than in the United States. You worry about somebody speaking a little Spanish? We all grew up learning how to speak 2 languages. How many Americans can do that? We're richer too. That's right. The average net worth of Canadian households is higher than that of American households. You can look it up. Our money's more interesting. It has actual colors. That's color with a U, by the way. COLOUR. Pick whatever measure you want, and Canada will probably beat you. Oh, by the way, that measurement will be in metric. It just makes sense. Really, it does. Want to bake a cake? We don't need some complicated conversion chart. That's like so 19th century. Now, I hear all you Americans out there. You're thinking, yeah. All that may be true, but what about the weather? Well, what about it? It's cold. Well, what? Deal with it. But think about this. Because we're further north, our summer days are longer too. Sometimes the sun doesn't set until it's 10:30 p.m. Bet you hadn't thought about that. Canada has better summers than you. Oh, there is one thing the United States is better at. Your murder rate is 5 times higher than ours. So we'll concede. You're better at killing people. Sorry. Do you know what? I'm kind of proud of being a stereotypical Canadian. In a humble Canadian sort of way, of course. What, everybody ready? All right then, back to the show. Sorry.
Translator exits and then abruptly re-enters.
The next day at school,
Canadian translator exits. Scene 5. Gordo enters with his lunch. He's still moping. He sits and opens his lunch and starts to eat. He's very sad, heartbroken even. In time, Aurora enters and sits near him. She's dressed as she would be for school in the winter.
Hey, Gordo.
Hey, Aurora.
Did you go to the dentist?
Yeah.
Did you get some new teeth?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Why?
Come on, I want to see.
No.
Come on. I think I saw something flash. I want to see those new pearly whites.
They're not pearly whites.
Do they hurt?
Not really.
That's good. I hear a broken tooth can really hurt.
Not as much as a broken.
A broken what?
Nothing. Never mind.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Something's wrong.
You wouldn't understand.
Probably not. I'm not very touchy-feely.
Well, not with me anyway.
You see the Jets game last night?
No.
Overtime against Edmonton.
I went to bed early.
So did Edmonton's goalie.
Okay.
Boom. Right in the net, completely out of position.
I guess.
I'd love to see the Jets play sometime. But my dad says tickets are too expensive, or sometimes he says it's too far to drive. Other times he says, well, it's always something.
Yeah.
Seems a shame. We have the NHL right here in Manitoba, and all I can do is watch it on television.
I came by yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I got the DVDs. Thank you.
Yeah, your friend said you weren't home.
My friend? Oh, right. They're not my friends, really.
They said you were off with somebody.
Yeah, they are definitely not my friends.
Well, they said you were off. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, that.
You weren't supposed to know about that.
Well, now I do.
I don't think anyone's supposed to know about that, actually. They might go crazy if they knew, you know?
Doesn't really matter to me.
If I told someone, they might even think I'm crazy.
Whatever.
He just shows up and knocks me off my feet.
I really don't need to hear this.
You're right. You don't. He's just so...
I said I don't need to hear this.
Nobody's ever really made me feel that way before.
I'm not listening.
Oh,
I
those
just-
covered ears.
I just want to punch him right in the... I mean, sometimes in a game I get mad and I body check someone, but that's different. That's just a game. This is... Are you listening to me?
Gordo's ears are still covered. Aurora pulls his hands down.
What are you doing?
I'm not listening.
What is wrong with you today?
North Star appears and pelts Aurora with a snowball.
You gotcha.
Oh, it's you.
Bet you can't catch me.
North Star exits.
Why? I'm going to track you down and I'm going to hurt you so hard you'll need stitches just to hold your stitches together.
Aurora exits, pursuing North Star.
Wow. She must really like him.
Scene 6. We're back in Aurora's backyard rink. The mermaids are staring at something off stage. Ursula is facing the wrong way.
What's she doing?
Oh, this looks bad.
It could be good.
It could be, but it looks bad.
I can't really see anything.
Trust me, it's bad.
It looks like she's packing.
Is she running away from home?
I don't think she's running away from home.
Well, she's definitely not running to home because she's already in it.
Ugh, I still can't see anything.
You idiot, you're looking the wrong way.
Oh, sorry. Now I can see her. Oh, you're right. This is bad.
See, I told you.
Oh, look sharp, people! Here she comes.
Aurora enters. She's dressed in hockey gear. She also starts tossing other gear onto the stage, starting with a shovel.
A shovel?
Useful for digging in the snow.
True.
She's probably going to catch him for us.
Or she could just be doing chores.
She's catching him.
Or running away from home.
Aurora tosses out a net.
A net?
Why does she need a net? Do you need a net to run away from home?
I don't think she's running away from home.
The nets so she can catch him once she shoveled her way to him.
Oh, right. Whoosh, right over him. Gotcha.
Aurora tosses out some rope.
Rope?
She's not going to hang him, is she? We want to hang him back up in the sky, not hang him from the nearest tree.
It's Canada. She'd probably just wait until she can find a maple tree.
The rope is for tying him up once she catches him. Oh my god.
Aurora tosses out a tool.
What's that?
It looks like a giant corkscrew.
Why does she need a giant corkscrew?
Maybe the next thing she's going to throw out is a giant bottle of wine.
I don't think she's got a giant bottle of wine.
It looks like an auger for ice fishing.
Ice fishing? Oh, this is serious now.
Why does she need to go ice fishing? Who takes time off to go ice fishing in the middle of a crisis?
Aurora tosses out a spear.
A spear?
What's she need a spear for?
Probably so she can...
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing?
You're talking to me?
No, she's talking to someone who's going to help us. Of course she's talking to you.
Very nice way to talk to her.
Well, she hasn't exactly been what we expected now, has she?
I'm not sure we knew what to expect.
So, Aurora. Maybe call you Aurora?
It's my name, sure.
May I ask you what you're planning to do with that spear?
Whatever I need to do. I might chuck it.
Oh!
Oh.
I might stab it.
Oh.
But mostly I plan to use it to whack him up right upside the head. This is a little more reach than a hockey stick, and it's a lot harder.
I see.
I hope she doesn't hurt herself with all that equipment.
I'm hoping she doesn't hurt him.
She could hurt him maybe a little bit, you know, just enough to regret what he's done. Nothing permanent or anything like that.
So you're going to do it. You're really going to do it.
I'm gonna do it.
She's going to do it. She's going to do it. She's going to go out there and bring back the North Star.
All in one piece. Remember?
Yeah, all in one piece.
He doesn't do as much good if he's not still shining.
I said all in one piece. I can't help whether he's shining or not.
Well, she does have a point there. Although I suppose he has something like 5 points.
Will you just be quiet?
Girls, will you just keep it down?
I'll keep it down. I'm going swimming.
Ursula exits.
Yeah, me too. This is pretty boring. I liked it better when she was going to hurt him.
Ursula exits.
You know what? I might go for a swim myself. Let us know when you come back. We'll be here.
Oh, I'll let you know when I come back, all right. I'm gonna find that North Star, and I'm gonna bring him back to you. And you can do with him whatever you want. And then you know what I'm gonna do?
What's that?
I'm gonna bring in a Zamboni.
Aurora exits. Ursula and Ursula reappear.
Does that mean she likes us? I think that means she likes us.
I don't think she likes us.
I'm not sure it really matters whether she likes us or not, as long as she gets the job done.
True. Isn't that true? I think that's true.
Just because you think it's true doesn't make it true.
I think it's true because I think it's true.
You're missing my point.
I'm not missing your point. I'm disputing your point.
Girls, let's not argue.
But it's what we do.
It's not what I do, it's what she does.
And this is what I do.
Takes out a whistle and blows it.
Swim time! Woo!
Ursula and Ursula exit underwater. Canadian translator enters.
It's intermission. Go get some poutine. I'm sure they have some in the lobby. What? No poutine? How do you people survive?
Canadian translator exits. Act 2. Scene 1. Somewhere out in the snow in rural Manitoba, Aurora is hunting the North Star. She's carrying all the gear she was amassing towards the end of Act 1. She also has a backpack. The North Star is nowhere to be seen. Aurora looks around and is soon frustrated.
All right, I know you're out here.
She looks around and now says dejectedly,
Somewhere. I'm going to find you wherever you are. I'm going to find you and I'm going to do something.
North Star enters upstage.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Aurora turns around.
Hey,
Make a wish.
I wish you'd go back where you came from.
Oh, well, that's not very nice. Now is it?
I don't care about being nice. I just want everything put back the way it was.
Well, that's not very Canadian of you. I thought you people were supposed to be nice.
Ever seen a hockey game? We're not very nice.
Here, you get a chance to meet a star in person. And what do? You insult me, a real star, not one of those pseudo-celebrity stars. What?
Look, I just want to go back to playing hockey in my backyard.
Oh, a game? I'd like to play a game.
Then come along then.
Wait, this is some kind of trick, isn't it?
No trick. I have a hockey rink in my backyard. Everyone in Canada does.
Oh, but those, the blue ones, the scary ones.
What about them?
You're trying to lead me into a trap.
You said you wanted to play.
I changed my mind.
North Star folds his arms and turns his back on Aurora.
Yeah, well, I haven't. You're coming with me.
Aurora tries to pull North Star, but he resists.
Fine, be that way.
Aurora goes out to her gear, picks out the net, and tries to throw it over the North Star.
A butterfly net? Really?
It's not a butterfly net.
Well, it's not a North Star net either.
He takes it off.
Now, is that any way to treat the Great North Star?
If he's a fugitive, yeah.
I'll just take this.
North Star claims the net.
Hey, give that back.
Finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
I didn't lose it. Now give it back.
I don't think you quite have a handle on this whole capture thing, do you?
Come on. Don't make me get rough with you.
Oh, rough. I'm afraid.
Aurora takes out the shovel, the spear, and the auger.
Perhaps you should be. So, what shall it be? The shovel, the spear, or the screwdriver thing?
You're really quite adorable, aren't you? You're so cutie.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
He picks up the spear.
Now, I could spear you like a fish with this one.
A starfish.
Aurora takes out the auger.
Or I could use this hand drill and probably do some real damage.
What are you trying to do? Drill for oil by hand?
It's for ice fishing.
Oh, maybe you can use it to catch one of those fish ladies then.
Aurora picks up the shovel.
Or I could just whack you upside the head.
What are you gonna do with that? Knock my lights out? Get it? Knock my lights out? Where would you be then? What good would I be to you then? Or, wait, you're not trying to murder me, are you? That's it! You're gonna murder me, and you're gonna use the shovel to bury me in the snow. Oh, clever. Quite illegal, mind you, but very clever. Of course, when it thaws in the spring, they'll find my body, and then you'll find yourself in a lot of big trouble. You do have spring around here, right? It's not winter all the time around here, is it?
Canadian translator enters.
That's a common misconception that Canada is cold all the time. Actually, on second thought, I think I'll just leave that one there. Carry on. Sorry.
Canadian translator exits.
I'm not trying to murder you. I'm just trying to knock some sense into you.
And where's this supposed sense you're knocking into me? Is that it over there in your bag of tricks? Did you buy it at a store or did you make it yourself? Oh, or wait, don't tell me. Maybe Santa brought it to you from the North Pole. I hate to tell you, but he's not real.
I know Wait, Santa's not real?
He's pretending to lure him closer. North Star approaches Aurora.
I'm sorry to burst your balloon, little girl, but really, an elf running a toy factory at the North Pole? Have you ever stopped to think about the economics of that? I mean, besides, everyone knows they all live in China anyway.
Ha!
Aurora tries to hit North Star with a shovel. He grabs the shovel in mid-swing and stops her.
Tricky, tricky, tricky. I wasn't born yesterday, you know. I saw that coming from about 430 light years away.
Aurora struggles to get control of the shovel.
Let go!
And what, let you hit me with it? I can see the headlines now. Manitoba murderess. That's you. Mutilates beloved North Star. Well, that's if I'm lucky, of course. If I'm not, the headline will be Manitoba murderess mutilates mundane second magnitude star.
I'm not a murderess.
Not yet, you're not.
North Star pulls the shovel away from Aurora.
But I am a second magnitude star.
I have no idea what that means, and I'm not sure I care.
That's just it. Nobody cares.
What do you mean nobody cares?
I mean, I'm supposed to be the most famous star in the sky, and all I am is second magnitude. What is with that? For example, as people say I am, I should be the brightest star in the sky. Instead, do you know what I am?
No.
I'm not even in the top 10. I'm not even in the top 40. Heck, the baby is in the top 40, but not me. I'm like 46 or maybe 48. They can't even agree on that. One chart lists me at 49th. I may as well not even be in the sky at 49th. I bet you can't even name 10 stars, much less 40. Go ahead. Name 10 stars. I bet you can't prove me wrong.
Well, there's Orion. No, wait, that's not a star. That's a bunch of stars.
See?
Sirius, that's a star, right?
There's one. Only 40 some more to go.
Alpha Centauri, that's another one, right? I just know some of the constellations, not the actual stars.
Weezin, Alcade, Sargis. Who ever heard of any of those stars? Yet for some reason, they're all brighter than me. Avior, Malkin, Atria. Sounds like a law firm. Kushi. Wasn't she a B-movie actress in the 90s? Well, guess what? Now she's a star. And she gets her name in brighter lights than I do. It's not fair. It's just not fair.
Is that why you left? That you're just not bright enough?
They only want to use me for their navigation. I don't get any respect as a real star.
There used to be a hockey team named the North Stars. That ought to count for something.
See, used to be.
They moved.
So have I.
They used to be in Minnesota. Now they're in Dallas.
So you see, I'm not the only one who moves south.
Oh, well, now they're just the stars.
That's what I'll be someday. Just another star. Polaris, the star formerly known as the Northern Star.
Canadian translator enters. While the translator is ranting, the North Star quietly exits without Aurora noticing. He absconds with all her gear, except what's in her backpack.
Okay, now this one is serious. We think of hockey as a cold weather sport, but the National Hockey League's goal has been to put more teams in Sunbelt City, even though most Americans wouldn't know a puck from a character in a Shakespeare play. The big loser in all this has been the one place that loves hockey more than life itself, Canada. The Winnipeg Jets moved to Phoenix and became the Arizona Coyotes. The Quebec Nordiques moved to Denver and became the Colorado Avalanche. To make things even worse, the team won the Stanley Cup the next year. That should have been a Canadian team winning the cup. That's all right, though. You think we're friendly neighbors, but when it comes to hockey, we get even. We stole the Flames from Atlanta and moved them to Calgary. And you know what? The NHL gave another team to Atlanta. What does Atlanta know about hockey? We stole that team too and moved it to Winnipeg, the new Winnipeg Jets. For us, that would be like Brooklyn somehow getting the Dodgers back. Poor Quebec, though. It still doesn't have a team. The last time the NHL expanded, there were just 2 applicants, Las Vegas and Quebec City. You'd think the league would expand by an even number, right? Wrong. Guess who got a team and who didn't? All I can say is you American cities with hockey teams, you better watch out. We're coming for you. Hockey in Las Vegas and not north of the border? Really? Really?
Aurora moves the Canadian translator off stage.
Okay, we get it.
We tried to move the St. Louis Blues to Saskatoon. Bet they'd have sold out every game there, too.
I said we get it.
Not to try to buy the Carolina Hurricanes and move them to Quebec. Who ever heard of hockey in North Carolina, anyway?
We get it.
Canadian translator exits.
All right, where were we? Hey, where'd you go? Where's all my gear? I'd like to see the Winnipeg Jets sometime.
Scene 2. Gordo is in his own backyard. He's unfurling a hose that he plans to use to create his own backyard hockey rink.
Guess I just turn it on and fill it up till it freezes, eh?
Gordo turns on the hose. We hear a gush of water.
Guess now I just wait.
He has a boombox and fiddles with the controls. While he's doing that, the 3 mermaids pop up out of the water.
Oh, that was refreshing.
If by refreshing you mean uncomfortable and harrowing, then yes, I suppose you could call that refreshing.
Where are we? I don't think we're in the same place that we were. Do you know where we are? Oh, hello.
Gordo turns around.
Oh, hey.
How did we get here? Is this one of those, like, all waters are connected kind of thing? Because otherwise this doesn't make much sense.
We're mermaids. Nothing has to make sense.
If you're looking for Aurora, she's not here.
Are we looking for Aurora? Because I thought we were just out for a swim.
That's okay. She'll turn up soon enough.
Maybe.
So, what you doing?
Making a hockey rink.
Oh,
Looks to me like he's just freezing water.
You got tired of skating at Aurora's? Hers seemed pretty cool. Didn't hers seem pretty good?
I think she just got tired of me skating there.
Oh, why do you say that?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay. He doesn't want to talk about it. So what happened? Did she break up with you?
He said he didn't want to talk about it.
I know, but sometimes it helps to talk about things. Doesn't it help to talk about things?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one doing all the talking.
Hey, we were never together, okay? Now we'll never be.
Oh, that's so sad. Why do you say that?
Because it's true.
I'm not sure that corner over there is braced very well. You might want to check on it.
Come here. We need to talk this through.
Ursula's right. You may want to check on that corner.
Can't you see the boy has a broken heart?
He's gonna have a broken corner if he doesn't watch out.
Tell me what the problem is. I'm a good listener.
Ha! She's a good listener. That I'm running the marathon at the Summer Olympics.
Come on, spill it.
I think that's what's gonna happen down there if the pressure keeps building up.
You know, I bet I've been in the same situation and can help you out.
You know, water expands when it freezes, right? Because when it does, well, I'm just thinking.
You ever like someone and they didn't even notice you?
Mermaid
Well,
chef.
as a mermaid, I have to really say that. I developed that thing.
No, I can't really say that I have.
When you're a mermaid, you always get noticed.
It's the tail fin, I think. And also, maybe the blue?
I just want her to like me.
Who? Aurora?
Oh, she likes you.
Well, not as much as, well, you know.
No, I don't know.
Have you ever asked her out?
What? No, I could never do. I could never do that.
I was just wondering, because it's a thing that humans do.
Seems like a good way not to go out on a date, if you ask me.
Well, he didn't ask you, now did he?
He didn't ask her either.
Ever buy her a present? Because even mermaids like presents.
No, I don't think so.
You ought to buy her a present.
Everybody likes presents.
It'll show her you care.
What could he get her? Oh, I know. Clamshells. No, not clamshells.
You're always thinking of yourself.
I don't know what to get her.
Well, what does she like to do?
Oh, I don't know. She likes hockey. I like hockey.
Anything else?
She likes the Tragically Hip.
Then you could take her to a concert.
The singer died.
Oh.
Inconvenient.
That settles it then. Take her to a game.
A hockey game?
No, a cricket match. Of course she means a hockey game.
I think your mom takes her to games.
Not those games. I mean a real game.
Those are real games. They keep scores. They have standings. They have championships and everything.
No, I mean like a professional game.
You mean like an NHL game?
Oh, sure. Don't you think she'd like that?
Yeah. She's always talking about the Winnipeg Jets, but
But what?
I don't know how I'd be able to pay for it.
Oh.
I guess that's the good thing about being a mermaid. We don't really have to deal with money.
I just tuck mine in my, well, you know.
Aurora enters.
Hey, Gordo. Nice rink you got there.
Aurora body checks Gordo, who goes flying across the ice and snow just outside the rink.
So, any luck?
None whatsoever.
Curses. Foiled again.
Why am I not surprised?
I tried to catch him, but he kind of got away. Took all my gear, too. My dad's gonna be really mad when he finds out.
Gordo gets up and spits out teeth. Gold teeth.
Gold! Gold! I'm rich! I'm rich!
Gordo scoops them up and exits excitedly.
What's with him?
No, but I know what's wrong with that corner brace over there.
What's that?
It's about to break any minute now.
Oh, sorry. Gotta go.
Don't want to get stuck high and dry, you know.
Or low and dry either, for that matter.
Bye now.
The mermaids disappear under the water. Aurora skates over to the corner.
Doesn't anybody know how to build a proper rink anymore?
She pulls a hammer from her gear and starts hammering. Lights down. Scene 3. Gordo enters. He's ecstatic. Has a handful of cash that he's gotten in exchange for his gold teeth.
Well, that's not as much as I thought, but this should do.
He fires up the computer.
All right, let's do this. Winnipeg Jets official website. Tickets. Oh, wow. Guess I need more teeth or more expensive dental work. All right, then, not ringside. Not that level either. Can I at least get something somewhere inside the arena?
He counts his money again.
10, 20, 30. All right, I guess these will have to do. Let's see. Gotta find a game on a weekend. Can't be a school night. Here's one. Saturday night. Dallas Stars. All right, here goes Nets. And we're like $200. Please let Aurora notice me.
Kyoto hits send on the computer. Scene 4, Aurora's backyard. Aurora is sitting there pouting. Ursula pops up.
Okay, girls, out of the water.
Ursula blows a whistle. Ursula and Ursula pop up.
What's going on?
What is this? Olympic training or something?
No, it's a team meeting.
What team?
I think she means we're a team.
Oh, I hadn't thought about it that way.
I try not to.
So, is she on the team? She's not a mermaid.
Sorry to let you guys down.
Oh, you didn't let us down.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
I was never expecting anything out of you in the first place.
All right, girls, it's time to admit our plan is not working.
I could have told you that back at Hudson Bay.
I guess I'm just not very good at this.
It's okay, honey. We all feel sometimes.
Yeah, and you just failed at saving the world. Nothing important, you know?
In hockey, I can just knock people down. That's how you win there.
Too bad this isn't hockey.
This job requires skill. It requires cunning. It requires treachery.
It requires legs.
I've got legs, and that didn't help me. He's tricked me. He's tricked me, and he stole all my stuff.
Well, maybe beating him up isn't the right way to solve this problem. What do you think?
Ursula and Ursula confer.
No, works for me.
We're totally fine beating him up.
I'm very fine at beating him up. I just need to get him out of my hockey rink.
I think you need to get him somewhere that we can reason with him.
We reason with him, and then we beat him up.
Yeah.
Come on, people, we need to do better.
We beat him up, and then we reason with him.
We need to catch him before we can do anything.
Hard to catch him when he just wants to run out in the snow.
Oh, can't really blame him. Snow is fun.
Then maybe you need to do whatever it is people do in the snow. Like win his confidence and then gradually lure him close to the water and then
we grab him
and beat him up.
And he seems sad.
Sad? We're the ones who are sad.
Or outraged, really.
What do you mean he seems sad?
I don't know. He was just going on about how he's not very bright.
That's true. He's not.
I think she means magnitude.
She may mean bright, as in magnitude, but I think he's just not very bright, period.
Girls. Insults will get you nowhere.
I just want to go back home.
Yeah, it's way too warm here. What is it, like 10 below? I'm sweltering.
We may be onto something here.
Yeah, we're mostly onto dry land.
No, I'm serious. Aurora here may have just given us an important lead.
I did?
You did!
What's that?
We don't need to beat him up. We need to build him up.
Right, we build him up.
Okay, I thought you had lost me at Churchill, but now you've really lost me here.
Don't you see? He's got an inferiority complex.
He definitely feels pretty inferior.
He's got the whole world looking at him for directions, and he feels inferior?
It kind of makes sense. Maybe he doesn't feel like he really deserves it.
He's having a crisis of confidence.
Yeah, and now we're having a crisis. All because of him.
We need to make him feel good about himself again.
Make Polaris great again.
I'm pretty sure that's not how you want to put it, sweetheart.
So, Aurora,
Yes.
you need to go and talk to him.
Me? Why me?
Why is it always her?
Because she has legs and we don't.
I'm pretty sure he's not going to believe us, even if we did have legs.
True.
You've got a point there.
She has a certain rapport with him now.
And sounds like he has all of her stuff.
So, what do you say? Will you talk to him?
You know, butter him up,
Dipping his sinews.
whisper sweet nothings into his ear.
I don't think she needs to go that far.
Well, they are nothing. I don't care if they're sweet, sour, or sriracha, as long as it gets the job done.
So you want me to go sweet talk him, is what you're saying.
Yeah, something like that.
Actually, a lot like that.
It's all about the ambiance, setting the mood.
I don't know. I'm not very good at that kind of thing. I'd rather just hit somebody.
Gordo enters sheepishly.
Hey, Aurora?
Hey, Gordo.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
It's okay. I could use an interruption.
I thought we were planning a very important course correction here. Did I miss something?
So, how's your new rink?
It's good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I was wondering,
Yes?
well, you see, I got these tickets to the Winnipeg Jets this weekend, and I was wondering if,
The Jets?
yeah, they're playing Dallas.
The Dallas Stars?
Yeah, I was wondering, since I had the 2 tickets, if you'd like them.
We'll hold up 2 tickets.
2 tickets to the Jets. You bet I would.
She snatches the tickets from his hands.
Thanks, Gordo. I know exactly who I'm going to take.
You mean?
This ought to put him in the mood.
Aurora exits excitedly, clutching the tickets.
But that didn't go exactly as planned. Maybe it's not meant to be.
Gordo exits, dejected.
What's with him?
No clue, but she sure seems excited about something.
Come on, girls, we got work to do. I'm not sure what it is, but I know we've got work to do.
Ursula whistle. Ursula and Versula disappear under the water. Scene 5. Gordo, crushed and heartbroken, is at home in his room. He's silent for a long time. Perhaps he's laying down. Perhaps he's sitting. Whatever works best. He's just clearly upset. Finally, Gordo says something.
I'll listen.
Gordo turns on the radio. He picks up a radio broadcast off the Winnipeg Jets game. And we're about 20 minutes away from when the puck drops here at the Bell MTS Place in Winnipeg, Manitoba. In beautiful downtown Winnipeg, we're going to look for an exciting matchup tonight between the hometown Jets and the visiting Dallas Stars. Gordo switches off the radio and cries softly. Scene 6. At the Winnipeg Jets arena, the 3 mermaids enter, dressed up in mascot costumes. Ursula is a polar bear, Ursula is a moose, and Versula is a beaver.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun.
I don't see why I had to be the moose.
Well, you could have been the beaver.
I don't want to be a beaver.
Then that's why you're the moose.
I wanted to be the polar bear.
And I'm the polar bear.
Why do you get to be the polar bear?
Because you're the moose.
But I don't want to be the moose.
What's wrong with being a moose?
Look at this thing. It's got antlers out to here.
I think that's how you know it's a moose.
I should have caution, wide load taped on my back.
Actually, you do.
What? Are you serious?
No, sorry. That's just the tag.
When you said that we were going to be transformed into our spirit animals, I thought you meant, actual animals, not sports mascots.
Well, those are spirit animals. In
Oh.
a way.
Sis boom ba. Raw. Raw.
Maybe just a little bit more spirit.
Look, it got us into the arena without pain, all right?
And we have legs. Little short, stubby ones, but still legs.
You also have buck teeth.
So, listen up, girls. Aurora said she'd be in this section. So we just hang around here, look all sporty, and wait for our cue.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Really?
Just kidding.
Not funny, Ursula.
Canadian translator enters and stands behind Ursula. Canadian translator holds a cup of coffee and the Canadian dessert treat known as a beaver tail.
But I do have an unnatural urge to gnaw on something.
And I have an unnatural urge to stand in the back and block traffic, but you don't see me doing that now, do you?
Excuse me, may I get around?
What?
Sorry.
But where'd she come from? Is she even in the scene?
I'm Canadian. You don't think I'm going to miss a hockey game, do you?
She does have a point.
In Canada, there are 2 seasons, hockey season and, well, I can't remember the other one, but it probably doesn't matter very much anyway. Go on, don't mind me, I'm off duty.
I wish we were. Sis boom ba.
I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my double-double.
Ursula coughs to signal the translator.
Oh, that's a coffee with double cream and double sugar. Got a beaver tail, too.
Hey!
Oh, it's a dessert thing. Fried dough, little lemon juice, and cinnamon sugar. Also called an elephant's ear, or in British Columbia, a whale's tail. Guess I'm not so off-duty after all, eh?
Oh, look! Here she comes!
Does she have him with her?
If by him you mean the North Star.
Of course I mean the North Star. Who else would I mean?
I can't tell.
What do you mean you can't tell?
I mean, I can't tell. Is that our North Star?
Well, who else's North Star would it be?
Well, just look.
Oh, dear Lord. She's turned him into a spirit animal, too.
I don't think he's a spirit animal, but he does seem to have a lot of spirit.
Aurora and North Star enter. Aurora is wearing her Winnipeg Jets jersey and a Winnipeg Jets hat. North Star is decked out with even more hockey gear. He's wearing a vintage Minnesota North Stars jersey, a hat, and has a pennant. He also has a drink cup and popcorn and however much else we can load him up with for the full game experience.
See, I told you this would be fun. And the game hasn't even started yet.
So the game is all about dressing up and eating junk food?
No, silly. This is just showing up and showing our support.
I think this tray could use some support.
Here, just set it down here. These are our seats.
Oh. Okay.
These are pretty good seats.
So tell me again, why am I wearing a shirt for a team that doesn't exist anymore?
It's called team loyalty. You were loyal to them even if they weren't loyal to you.
Oh, so it's a way to get back at them? By paying them money to buy their stuff? Or...
Well, yeah, sorta, I guess.
That's complicated.
Not really. It's got your name on it, too. That's pretty cool.
Oh, well, I guess so.
And it's a jersey, not a shirt. Well, a sweater actually is the technical term, but most people just call it a jersey. But you can get a shirt if you want, short sleeve or long sleeve, or maybe even a jacket, or a hoodie, or you can,
I think I have enough.
they can also have socks and gloves. Oh, and scarves and
Not
keychains.
good, thanks.
Oh, and posters. They have posters. You could get a poster for your wall.
I don't really have walls.
Oh, true. You could get me a poster.
Why would I do that?
To be nice. After all, I did get the tickets.
Oh, I suppose. Oh, but I don't really have any money.
Oh, I'm out too, actually.
You'll just have to make a wish. I have no idea if it'll come true. Not really my department anymore.
I see. Well, I wish for the Jets to win the Stanley Cup.
Go Canadian teams!
So my team's the one in the green?
Yeah.
That color doesn't make any sense. I'm not green.
It's just a color.
Oh, they should at least sparkle.
North Star shouts out.
Hey, get yourself a new color.
That's not really the kind of thing you yell at a hockey game.
It's what I want to yell. Go back to your old name.
Well, that's more like it, I guess.
Woo!
Okay, so how is this supposed to work?
Just follow my lead.
I still think we ought to just chuck him over the head and be done with it.
We went over all of this.
Yeah, but now I have antlers. I could ignore him. I could
You're
gore
not-
him.
You're not goring or ignoring him.
You gore him, I'll gnaw him.
No gnawing either. Now, just watch me and do as I do.
I'm not eating any baby seals either, just so you know.
What?
You said follow your lead. I'm not following that one. I know all about your polar bears.
I'm not eating baby seals. Now, come on.
Ursula and Ursula approach Aurora and the North Star.
Get ready. They're about to introduce the players.
You used to be the North Stars, but look at you now. Now you're just a bunch of generic stars. Lame.
Hey, guys. Enjoying the game?
Oh, yeah.
Too bad more people are here.
Oh, look, there's Patrick Lane. He is my favorite.
I hear a lot of people are having GPS problems lately.
Oh, there's Blake Wheeler. I like him too.
Something to do with the whole thing about the North Star disappearing?
I like them all, actually.
I don't really understand it. I just know they say a lot of people are getting lost these days.
Actually, it looks like a sellout to me.
Ursula elbows Ursula.
Ow! Maybe people are just standing in line for concessions. Yeah.
Even though the Canadian cities in the NHL tend to be smaller than the American ones, the Canadian teams draw better. Phoenix is more than twice as big as Winnipeg, yet the new Winnipeg Jets draw more fans than the Arizona Coyotes, which really raises the question of why the original Jets moved to Phoenix in the first place, eh?
And I don't think the North Star has anything to do with GPS. That's actually the magnetic North Pole.
Ursula elbows Ursula.
Oh, totally due to the North Star. Absolutely. Yeah.
The northern magnetic pole moves around as the Earth's core wobbles around. For a long time, it was in Canada, up in the territories, but now it's moving towards Russia at a rate of about 55 or 60 kilometers a year. That's 34 or 37 miles for Americans.
Do you mind? We're trying to have a moment here.
Sorry, force of habit.
Thank you.
So, that's the Jets goal over there, and that's the Stars goal over there.
How can you be the Stars anyway? You don't even twinkle.
After each period, they'll switch.
And did you hear about the whole thing in Alaska with the North Star?
Huh? What?
The state flag. It's got the North Star on it.
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
But They're going to have to take it off now
Why's that?
because the North Star is gone. Wouldn't be accurate anymore.
Oh,
It's a real shame. The North Star was the biggest star on there, too.
really?
Oh, by far, a real focal point.
Alaska, I got nothing. Should have been Canadian, but Russia didn't want to sell it to Great Britain, so they sold to the United States instead.
Now that the North Star is gone, they have to erase every vestige of him.
It's as if he never existed in the first place.
It just makes people sad to be reminded.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Come on, you gotta stand up for the national anthem.
Why? I don't have a nationality. What are they talking about anyway?
I don't know, just stand up.
You two, come on, show some respect.
Oh,
Canada, our home and native land. True patriot love in all of us can. With our see the true north strong and free. From far and wide open, stand on guard for thee. God keep our glorious free. Oh, Canada, we adore thee. Oh, Canada,
We
stand on
God. Thank you, I think.
All right, let's do some hockey.
At NHL games, they play both the American and Canadian national anthems. Once at a hockey game in Edmonton, the recording for the Star-Spangled Banner didn't work, so the whole crowd joined in singing the American national anthem. If the situation were reversed, how many Americans do you think know the words to the Canadian national anthem? I didn't think so, but that's okay. We're used to it. We're like your invisible neighbors. We know all about you, but you know almost nothing about us. We're just up here minding our own business, not causing any trouble for anyone.
Hit somebody.
You don't even have to defend your border against us because we're so peaceful.
Come on, don't hold back, hit him.
They haven't started yet.
I know, but as soon as the puck drops, bam!
Just keep in mind that you invaded us twice. During what you call our American Revolution and the War of 1812, and well, that didn't work out for you either time.
Knock his teeth out. I want to see some blood on the ice.
Well, the rest of the scene, and until further notice, Aurora is totally fixated on the game and ignores the action transpiring between everybody else.
In Toronto, we even have a statue of a Canadian soldier standing over a defeated American one.
Okay, we get the point. Can we get on with things here?
Yeah, what were you saying about how they're getting rid of things that mention the North Star?
It's just too painful to even remember.
people would rather just forget.
Like he never even happened.
So much to forget, too.
I mean, the North Star's on everything.
Not just sports teams.
Whole companies.
Whole product lines.
Ice cream.
Soda pops.
Beer.
She's just a kid. You may want to go easy on that last part.
Sorry.
Don't stare at him. Drop the gloves and mix it up, people. Come on.
All those things are named after me. The North Star?
Yup.
I can't think of any other star that has as much stuff named after him. Can you?
I can't even think of any other stars.
There was a star named Vega once. That's about it.
The North Star is really the only star that matters.
It's a business metric,
A literary metaphor.
a spiritual metaphor.
Pretty much an all-around metaphor.
Shakespeare mentions astronomical objects or events more than 400 times.
He mentions Mars 36 times.
Jupiter 30 times.
Venus 21 times.
The moon is mentioned so many times and in so many ways, it's hard to count them all up.
But for all of that, there's only one star Shakespeare ever mentioned.
The North Star, baby.
It's in Hamlet.
Othello.
Definitely in Midsummer Night's Dream.
Much ado about nothing.
But the most famous literary reference of all is in Julius Caesar.
I am as constant as the northern star, of whose true fixed and resting quality there is no fellow in the firmament.
The skies are painted with unnumbered sparks. They are all fire, and every one doth shine. But there's but one, and all doth hold his place.
So poetic.
Such feeling.
Come on. Hit somebody.
All that's gone now, I'm afraid.
I could do better than that.
You probably could.
But I guess that's that.
Yep.
No more North Star, then no more poetry about constance and fidelity.
No more plays about power, politics, and dictators seizing power.
Ursula elbows Ursula.
Ow! Or plays about love and all that other stuff.
No more love, period.
You're probably exaggerating a little bit there.
Ursula elbows Ursula.
Complete, absolute, honest truth. If anything, probably understated.
That's better.
The whole world devoid of love and beauty and kindness and
easy directions to the corner store.
All because of our beloved North Star, our true and faithful companion of the night, our stellar anchor of the sky, our most famous star of stars, our guide for lost mariners through the ages, our poet's muse, our lover's light, there's
Buttering them up enough to make butter tarts for everybody here tonight. Famous Canadian dessert. Butter, eggs, sugar, completely unhealthy, but oh, a taste to die for. Probably from clogged arteries.
Stop! That's enough.
What? You don't like the game?
I don't care about the game. It's all that, you know? They're making me sad.
Way to go.
Well,
I mean, everybody's sad about the North Star. Isn't everybody sad?
inconsolable.
Broken hearts everywhere.
Well, technically, just in the northern hemisphere.
Ursula gets ready to elbow Ursula. Ursula flinches.
Fine, everywhere.
I should go.
What? We're still in the first period.
Thanks for everything, but I need to go.
He's crying. Why is he crying?
North Star exits.
Where's he going? We should go after him.
Here's our chance.
Catch him in a moment of weakness.
Wait!
But why?
I think this may just work out just fine.
Goal!
Aurora and the Canadian translator
What happened? Did something happen?
Aurora high fives the mermaids.
Oh, I think a lot just happened.
This boom ba, rah rah.
Scene 7, the next day, Gordo is in his backyard rink. He's practicing hockey, but he's still depressed. Eventually, Aurora enters.
Hey, Gordo.
Hey, Aurora.
Practicing by yourself?
Man,
Oh,
that was a game.
the game was great.
That's good.
I wanted to tell you something, Gordo.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry I took both those tickets.
It's okay.
I mean, I'm sure you wanted to go yourself,
It's all right. I listened to it on the radio.
but I kind of had to. Well, you know,
I know. Your friend, it's okay.
I kind of had to go save the world and all.
Whatever.
It's kind of hard to explain, actually.
I don't care.
So I wanted to make it up to you.
It's all right.
No, really, I want to make it up to you.
You really don't have to. I understand.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you don't. But I got you something.
What's that?
Here, take it.
Aurora hands Gordo a Winnipeg Jets toque.
Too. Thanks.
I got it at the game.
See. Thanks.
You don't already have one, do you?
No, not really.
I thought so. I don't usually see you without a hat. I thought you could use one.
See. Thanks.
I also got you these.
Aurora hands Gordo 2 hockey gloves.
Hockey gloves.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks.
Try them on.
Oh, okay.
Gordo tries the first glove on.
How does it feel? Does it fit?
I think there's a tag in here.
Take it out then.
Okay.
Gordo reaches into the glove and takes out a ticket to a hockey game.
Oh, what's this?
What's it look like?
A ticket to a Jets game? Oh, wow. Thanks.
Now, try the other glove.
Okay.
He finds another ticket.
Another one.
You don't have to go by yourself.
Gee, thanks, but these are expensive. How do you afford these?
Let's just say I made a wish on a star.
In the background, the 3 mermaids appear. They look on approvingly. In the sky, a star twinkles, and Ursula points to it while Ursula nods.
Wow.
I understand if you want to take somebody else, but, well, I really would appreciate it if you wanted to take me.
Gordo is speechless.
They're rinkside, and not the lonely end of the rink either.
Aurora kisses Gordo on the cheek.
Oh,
Now, put those gloves on. I want to have a proper hockey fight.
Aurora bumps up Gordo, and he goes flying across the ice. Aurora skates away. She gives the 3 mermaids a thumbs up, and they respond accordingly. The mermaids disappear under the water. Aurora exits. Gordo starts spitting out teeth. He holds one of them up and smiles broadly. Then he skates after Aurora. Lights down. The end.
Yes.
Well done.
Whew.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Thank you.
That was lovely.
Thanks,
Hey,
audience. Hi, audience. You still there?
Spontaneous stealer.
There you go, yeah. Thanks to the audience.
Yes, thank you for
Thank
for
you.
being here for us. That was
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank